Can y'all hear me okay? I don't know. Danny hooked all this up and I was not in here. So I just want to make sure everything's working. So, hey, Bruce, Happy New Year. I feel like I haven't seen you.
Yeah, Happy New Year. 2024 is going to be a fantastic year. I can just feel it.
I know. And
Although my Washington Huskies did lose last night. I can't go anywhere on Facebook or anywhere without people reminding me. It's like, okay, thank you. So I am off social media for at least 2 days.
oh no.
Uh,
So
yeah.
what did you guys do for New Year's? I haven't talked to you.
Well, for New Year's Eve, we were gonna have a whole get together and everything, and then people started canceling out on it. So, Cindy and I, we did see the East Coast hit New Year's, and then we missed the West Coast because we went to bed.
Well, I didn't see
We're
much either.
old.
I was on the couch with COVID, so
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's not fun.
yeah, that hit me right before New Year's. I was like, no.
Man. Yeah, yeah,
But
but it's
do
all
you
good.
guys normally celebrate both, or you just celebrate the
Well,
East?
normally we just yeah, we kind of do. We did, Sean. If you're in the chat, can't I don't have the chat thing up, but we did see Australia turnover. So and then we normally see the West Coast. We have people that live on the East Coast. We have family that live in Upper New York, and now we have friends in Florida and Virginia and Georgia and all over the place. So yeah, we pay attention to the East Coast, and then we have friends in Texas and family in Texas. So we kind of watch across the wave right now. And we normally, when we lived closer to Seattle, we'd go to the Space Needle every year at the Seattle Center because they shoot fireworks off of the top of the Space Needle and everything, which is really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but we haven't gone there since we moved out to the coast because we'd have to stay the night, and I just didn't want to deal with that. Plus, hotels are getting way too ridiculously expensive in Seattle.
Tell me about it. I was just there, last year? I was in
Yeah,
sticker shock. But then again,
yeah,
the hotels around here are getting expensive too. So
yeah.
Miami is
It's
crazy expensive. When I left on the celebration last in October, holy cow, that was almost $300 a night.
wow. Now I did get a pretty good room rate, group rate for the Sea Lake Journeys group cruise that will be going out of Miami at the Blue Lagoon for it was 179 a night for, so it
And what
wasn't bad.
hotel at Blue Lagoon? We stayed at
It's
Blue Lagoon. We were at Hilton.
Hilton, yeah, that's the one.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I don't know. I think Sea Legs is in here. We have a video on it actually, if you guys want to go watch it. But we stayed at the Hilton Blue Lagoon in
nice,
October. So
nice, yeah, cool.
um,
I
I'm
was I was slacking because I got the group rate and then I didn't book that hotel till last week.
I
Yeah.
still have to book the hotel for Utopia. I haven't booked that yet. So I got to do that.
Now
And
I did get a couple group rates for that. I think I put it in the Facebook page. I can't
okay.
remember.
But
But
I did book, so we're doing Disney um after, right? So I actually was on Disney's website this morning and they had rooms for like 165 on Disney property, which is unheard
wow,
of. So I booked that
that's really
immediately.
cheap. Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems really that's pretty
Yeah.
good. We are thinking about. We haven't decided yet, but since we are in Florida, we might shoot up and go see Disney. We're either going to do it this one or next year, after either before or after Eddie Lugo's group cruise in October. Um, neither one of us have ever been to Disney World, so
So have you booked your hotel in Tampa for that yet?
I have not. I did get some group rates, but I have not booked it yet. No.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions of areas or whatever, just let me know.
Yeah, well, I used the list you sent me to get some group rates on a couple of the hotels. It's still that time of year that it's still pretty high.
Especially right near the port. Tampa is very expensive right near the port. And that time of year, everybody wants to be here because that's where our beautiful weather is in October. So
Yeah,
I'm going to jump over and say hi to some people in the chat because we got some people that want to say hi to us over here. I've got Daily Dose of the Bible, Kenneth. Welcome in and thanks for sharing us out. Greatly appreciated. We've got Angela Nemechek, and she actually just booked Helen. So she will be in Helen with us. Very excited.
nice.
Yes, yes. We've got Clock. Clock is a little under the weather. He was going to be on here since we are going to be talking about his group cruise tonight, but we hope you feel better, Clocky. We've got National Parks and our National Parks Princess in here. Hello and welcome in. Danny D. Hello, hello, hello. And we've got Riza in the house. Hello. And Sea Legs, we were just talking about you and your group cruise you have coming up. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. We've got Scotty Too Hottie in the house. Hello, hello. Let's see. Danny saying, or Danny. Yeah, Danny. Thinking of my Danny. He's over there sleeping, you guys. He didn't want to join us tonight. He decided he's taking a nap. Let me just tell you this quick story real quick. He's been getting some infusions. And so when he gets them, he's been like breaking out. So they told him to try Benadryl the next time. But he's like, well, I don't know if I'm allergic to Benadryl. And she's like, you've never taken Benadryl before? And he was like, no. So she wanted him to take it like a couple of days before to see if he has a reaction from the Benadryl. So now he's napping from the Benadryl.
Wow.
I was like, you've never taken Benadryl before? Hey, Mike and Rihanna, thank you for coming in. Let's see, just scrolling down, we have Journeys with June and Brady. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see, just scrolling down, everybody's saying hi. I think I've got everybody. Melody, hey, thanks for coming in, Melody. Hope your weather's okay out there. We are not having such nice weather here today. We've had 2 tornadoes come through here. Well, not come through here, but near here.
Oh wow. Yeah, we've got storms.
Warning.
We've got heavy storms in today. Our internet has gone out twice today.
Oh wow.
And we have 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Just a little bit north of us, up towards they're actually having a blizzard going on right now. So it's kind of crazy. Crazy weather out here.
Yeah, and this front that's coming through here is all up and down the East Coast right now. So everybody's getting it. I've been seeing stuff all over the place. They even canceled some schools here today because of the weather. Hey, wow. Scott McNeil, thanks for coming in. Yeah, and that's usually only during hurricanes that happens. So this was like a big deal today. Danny D says, I'll be in Florida, Sarasota, Florida, possibly in October. Our family friend's son is getting married. Me and Big Bro grew up with him and his sister, and our parents did our. Oh, okay. That's like, I want to say it's about 45 minutes to an hour from here, Sarasota. So let me know if you fly into Tampa. Hey, Warmstrong, thanks for coming in. The numismatic, how do you say that? Do you know how to say that, Bruce?
Numismatic.
3.
Numismatic, I think.
3 Fahrenheit outside and beautiful white snow. First snowfall of the season. I'm glad it's here. I was afraid I was going to spoil at my age with the cold. 3 Fahrenheit. That is cold. Woo.
That is.
Thank you for coming in.
You can keep that.
Hey, Life is Good Today. And they just booked Helen as well. Very excited.
Cool.
Um, so they've said that it's never crossed my mind to take a cruise. I might consider it if my wife would be forced to go on board a ship. Well, we're going to talk about it. Hey, Agraz, welcome in. Fearless Ramblers here with us. Hello, George. And Melody's working, but she is listening. Well, thank you so much for being here. And so I think I've gotten everybody in the chat. So let's dive on into this. Oh, wait. Hey, Em, welcome in. So we're going to stop there and we'll hop back over to the chat. But let's dive into the utopia of the seas. So, Bruce, do you think you might eventually book this cruise? It might not be the group cruise, but do you think you're eventually going to go on this ship?
Oh, we're not going to be able to do the group cruise. Unfortunately, I was hoping we were going to be able to, but we're not. Eventually, I would love to get on that ship. It's going to be a beautiful ship, and I eventually do want to be able to get on her. And I wish they were doing 7-day cruises with her, not just 3 and 4 day. So eventually they will. I talked to Royal probably eventually, but they're starting with that. So
yeah, I think they're starting with it just to get a feel of how it does, and if it works, maybe they'll move another ship to do that, right? That's kind of what this is focused on, is the weekend getaway. Like that's
and it does. Well, it does seem because next year in the fall of 2025, they're moving Royals moving the Wonder of the Seas, doing 3 and 4 day cruises also.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They are. Yeah. So that might be a new model that Royals going for. I'm not sure.
Well, they're probably trying to push more people to their private island, right?
True. I mean, those itineraries are all going to their private island, but yeah.
So right now, Utopia is going to Nassau and it's going to Coco Cay, which are their 2 stops on that ship. So they have two. You can either do a 3-day, which would be Nassau and Coco Cay, or the 4-day, which would include a sea day.
Yes.
So those are their 2 itineraries right now. So there is a group cruise that is planned, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but we want to get into the specs of the Utopia of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean. To me, it seems like it's a mixture of the Oasis class and the is it I can't speak. Is it an Oasis class ship? Or is it?
This is part of the Oasis class ships.
It seems like they have a little bit of other stuff incorporated.
Yeah, so I haven't been on an Oasis class. You have, so you'll probably know more on if this does have the same things. So with this one, they're having 2 flow rider simulators. Do Oasis class normally have 1? Or do they normally have 2?
It depends on the ship, but I think most of them have 2.
Okay, most of them do have 2 because this one's going to have 2. It's going to have 18 water slides.
Okay.
It's going to have 5 pools and 8 whirlpools.
And they don't charge you for as of now. I mean, that could change because these cruise lines. But as of right now, they do not charge you for the flow rider. It's included in your cruise fare.
Yeah. Hopefully that stays, but seeing how things are going with all of the cruise lines, including Royal, hopefully they don't start charging for that.
And if you don't know what the flow rider is, it's the water that comes like up and you can go surfing on top of it.
Yeah, it's a surf simulator.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and
it's a smaller board. It's like a knee board type board.
Yeah. And they have somebody there that kind of instructs you on how to do it. It's not just here you go. They have
Yeah.
like somebody there. But you do have to sign a waiver. So this cruise, from looking at this, it is 17 decks and 16 are passenger accessible. So it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And this actually comes out, I believe, in July. Is
Yes.
the mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. The first sailing, the inaugural sailing, I believe, is right in the middle of July.
So they're going to shoot out Icon, and then they're going to start now marketing this icon. Now you got me calling it Icon.
I know. I was calling Icon too. I know, but Utopia, yeah.
Then they're going to start shooting out the Utopia like immediately after the Icon. So, yeah, lots to be excited for. And it does say that there is one room. There's a ultimate family suite on this, just like there is on, I believe there's one on the Icon too, which is going to have all kinds of stuff in there, like a library of video games, the slide thing. It's going to have their own whirlpool. So I'm wondering how much those are going to go
Ching,
for.
ching, 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 ching.
And they are going to have a suite class neighborhood. So that means they're going to have an area that's dedicated just for the suites over there. And then they're going to have, which they don't have on Oasis, I don't believe. I don't remember this. But they don't have solarium suites. It looks like they are going to have solarium suites on the Utopia. So that's kind of exciting. And there's going to be 25 onboard dining options. 14 will be complimentary, and 11 will be specialty. So, and I don't know if you guys have ever eaten at a Johnny Rockets, but they have Johnny Rockets on this ship. Which
you have you eaten Johnny Rockets?
I have.
You've been on Carnival.
Have I been on Carnival?
You've been on Carnival ships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And have you eaten at Guy's Burgers?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's better?
Well, it depends what you're looking for. So breakfast is free at Johnny Rockets on they have breakfast food and it's free. So I've only really gone to it for breakfast because it's free. Now, if you want lunch or dinner, there's an upcharge for Johnny Rockets. So I can't compare because I've only done breakfast because it's free.
Gotcha.
I'm cheap when it comes to specialty dining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll do it, but you have to really have to sell me on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've only done a couple specialty dinings. We've done the steakhouse. We've done on the Vista class, they have the Gigi's Asian Kitchen, and we've done that on the Panorama. But we don't do very many specialty dinings. There's so many other dining options that, I'm cheap that way too. It's not very often that we'll spend the extra for that.
There has to be something that we really want to do with that specialty option. Like,
or if you're doing it
Celebrity where they did a show that we really wanted to see while we ate. So that's why we did it. But
I mean, if you're going as a group, sometimes I know that another cruise I'm going on in July, they're talking about eating at one of the specialty dinings and stuff, and have a few people go on it. So there might be some special occasions like that, but most of the time we won't do it.
Well, this one there is a specialty dining that I do want to do, which we'll talk about in just a second. Let me hop over because there is some stuff over here in the chat. She's waiting on her invitation to the wedding. Mike and Rihanna said it will be -39. Woo! No, thank you. Hey, Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Daily Dose says I unfortunately. Oh, they can't go to Helen this year. Oh, that sucks. I was looking forward to.
And he's not going to be able to go. Darn
Well,
it, Kenny. I was looking forward to meeting you, buddy,
I
in
know.
person. He came out here. He was in Oregon, and we were going to try to get together, but just couldn't do it. So I was looking forward to getting to meet him.
Maybe next year. Maybe you'll have so much fun in Helen, you'll want to go back next year, Bruce.
Yeah, we may.
Crossover Paranormal Society, welcome in. And Lawn Lifters, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Cruising Scene, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, that's cold, Mike and Rihanna. Definitely. Keep it up there. Thank you so much. Just scrolling down, everybody saying hi, saying hi. Emily says 18 water slides. Yeah, there's a lot on this cruise ship. I can't wait. And that's not even including the water slides that you're gonna find at Coco Cay. They have water slides there too. And they're included. Well, it depends. If you do the water park, those aren't included, but the ones in the they have like a kids area with some little water slides in it. So what is the tipping point where we stop cruising? Do the Disney park things charge for everything? You sound like Danny. Danny asked me the other day, Fearless Rambler, when's our stopping point for Disney? Because he's tired of them to keep raising prices and not giving us anything else. So,
Well,
same
Cindy and
question.
I, we had that conversation on our live, asking people a couple weeks ago. I think it was before Christmas. But when is enough enough? It was. Oh, I know when it was. It was when the uh,
Star of the
uh,
Seas came out.
Star of the Seas. Yeah, when the Star of the Seas came out, those bookings. Then we brought that up to when is enough enough. I mean, it's getting. Just like with Disney, looking at Disney, they've really priced themselves as having a normal family go to see Disney. They really
Mm-hmm.
have gotten and I mean even their cruise, going on one of their ships, you're um, a cheap cruise on Disney is about $4,500.
It's
That's
crazy. Well,
it
even this
is.
Utopia,
Yep.
somebody, I don't want to mention their name because they haven't booked it yet, but they're close to booking it, was interested in this group cruise. And then he told me how much the rates now have gone up to. And I was like,
Yep.
wow, already.
Yeah, even the group cruise, yeah, the rates, because when you first book a group cruise, you have a set that you can set aside, but the cruise lines always put a time frame on those, and then they readjust everything and everything. So yeah, they are higher than when we first started this on both of them, especially on the 4 day. Um, the 3 days still, it's
Reasonable. The
still,
3 day was still reasonable, but the
yeah,
4 day, I was like, well, I guess
yeah,
I'm out. I'm not doing
yeah,
that now.
yeah. So, and all of them are getting to that point. So,
But I do have to say, Fearless Rambler, today, this morning, I was looking at now, I guess that there's all these new cruises coming out, right? You got the Jubilee, you've got the Ascent, you've got the Icon. So now that these are all coming out, some of the other cruises are starting to drop because Wonder used to be very expensive. And I was pricing that out this morning. And the first week of December, you can get 7 days for like $897 for, which is really good for the Wonder. So some of these ships that came out last year now are starting to drop a little bit in price.
yeah, I think inaugural seasons on a lot of these ships are going to be left to diehard loyalists or Carnival loyalists. They're not going to be for the norm, average, or for content creators and stuff getting the content. But I think waiting a year or two for them to come out is a better deal.
Mm-hmm. And I have seen some of these content creators I've seen on YouTube have backed out of Icon. So they've canceled them. So I don't know. I didn't watch why, but I don't know if it's the rates and then they can put that money elsewhere or what. But
Yeah, it could be. You know, a lot of people, you know, they put down the deposit. Sometimes they get a really good deposit, and then they're like, okay, well, we're going to make payments, but then they don't, and then all of a sudden you have this, you know, as you're getting closer to
you're like,
final payment date, now you have this huge bill of $2, $3, $4,000, and you're like, holy cow, okay.
yeah. But they are running specials too on some of the, like the Ascent. When I was looking at that, they have 75% off of your second guess right now.
Yes.
So it might look high, but then when you start calculating it, it's not as
Yep.
high as it actually looks. Hey Najuma Brown, thanks for coming in. A Graz, thank you for coming in. Oh, they've already booked Utopia October 25th, so they're right behind us. That's exciting.
Nice.
Yes. Will G, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Lawn lifters, I think we said hello, but if not, hello and welcome in. Embarkation, are you live later? I thought I saw something.
They are going to be on our live.
Oh, okay.
We are going to be talking about the Jubilee. And so we've got Embarkation Nation, Cruise Vet, and Warmstrong Adventures are going to be on.
Cool, cool. Hey, Vicinity Adventure. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Guys, burgers are better burger. I have a video that goes over Johnny Rockets. It costs $15 per person, but it's a full dinner. Oh, that's good to know. $15. I mean, that's not bad if it's a full dinner. But can you tell us which one's better? Oh, he said guys.
Well,
burgers.
he says that
Guys.
guys burgers are better, but says that yeah, paid $15. But you know, $15. You know, seeing how everything is out here, $15 doesn't seem that bad actually. Which is really sad that we can think, oh, $15 for dinner. That's you know, especially for a hamburger and fries and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think that you also get a milkshake. I think they have milkshakes in there
Okay.
too, I think. Hey, Magnificent Germany. Welcome in, Darian.
Hey, Darian. Gonna see you in a few weeks.
The Z show, you're missing the all the action with the weather going on over here. So he said Royal Caribbean just dropped his March cruise. So now where do I go? I get tired when cruise lines cancel your cruise. So I'm thinking, oh yes, you should do Helen.
George, you should come to Helen. You really, really should. So they just canceled his March cruise. Is that the one that, because I know that they had canceled one that someone chartered. Can't remember which ship that was, but I thought that was Royal, that they had canceled a cruise due to a charter thing.
I don't know.
That was it. I wonder if that was it.
But yeah, we'd love to see you in Helen. Come on. Hey, Vizio. Hey, Rafi. Thanks for coming in. And we are down to the bottom. So we want to talk about this little train restaurant that they're going to have on the Utopia.
Go for it. Yeah, we can talk about it.
So they are going to have one of the restaurants they're going to have is going to be I don't even know how it's called, train dining. So it's going to be a simulated dining car, like you're on a train. It's exclusive only to Utopia. And so what they're going to do is they're going to give you like a train ticket and you're going to get on this with like, there's going to be conductors and everything. I think they're going to have a couple different trains for the boarding, depending on what your reservation is. It says, after booking the restaurant, you'll receive a stateroom, a classic looking train ticket that you bring with you, which is your room confirmation. And you're going to go on a voyage through a stimulated, projected media, not walking you, but taking you through the scenery on a train. So that I will pay the extra money for. I want to actually do that. So you're going to kind of be like you're on a real train, but it's going to be simulated. So that's going to be cool. I don't know how much it is yet. They don't have the prices out for that, but that's something that's going to be unique to Utopia. So I think that's cool. Now they did something similar to that when we were on the summit, which is a cook kind of making your dinner through a projection on your table, and that was really cool. So this seems something similar to that.
Yep.
So I don't know what the rates are going to be. So
No, they haven't released those yet, so I'm not sure.
Hey, good morning, adventurers. Thank you for coming in. And Together We Travel, thanks so much for coming in. So I think that would be cool to get a group on that. And so they're still going to have their Sugar Beach candy and ice cream place. They're still going to have that. That's that's extra. They're still going to have Hook Seafood, which is a specialty restaurant. One thing I am looking forward to is El Loco Fresh. It's complimentary. It's Mexican food. I have not had that yet, but I think they have that on the Allure of the Seas, and we are on Allure in March, May. So I might actually have it in May, but I'm excited for that. So they do have the sports bar, but that is an extra charge. But they have really good wings, which is Playmakers. It's a sports bar, and they have TVs everywhere. You walk through it, you smell the wings. They are going to have that. They still will have Chops Grill. They're still going to have like the Azumi where they cook in front of you, the hibachi style stuff. They do have healthy eating if you want to eat healthy in the Solarium Bistro. They do, if you get a suite, they do have a special restaurant just for sweet people, Coastal Kitchen. They have a Wipe Out Cafe, which is kind of like your Lido deck, kind of where they have by the pool, like burgers and stuff. And they have a Park Cafe. So what Park Cafe is, it's in Central Parks. They have like a whole Central Park, which is like you're really in a park on the Oasis class, and you hear the birds chirping. So what Park Cafe is, it's a restaurant inside there, and it's free of charge. It's complimentary, and they have breakfast and lunch. And so they have like deli sandwiches and all kinds of just quick whatever you want. You walk in there and get, and you can go sit outside in the park and eat. So it's a nice little change, and like you can get your coffee in the morning and go sit out in the park. Then they're also still going to have their cafe promenade with Sorrento's Pizza, which is your New York pizza. They will have complimentary ice cream stations. They have the lime and coconut bar, and of course, they're still going to have room service. And then what's unique on this as well is they're going to have the mason jar, which is what they have introduced on the Wonder, was the first ship that came on. So I've never been to that. So I might actually.
I love country music, and I love barbecue. So I would probably be spending a lot of time in the mason jar.
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
I know it's an upcharge, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. And yeah, I love barbecue. Southern barbecue sounds so good.
Andrew wants to dress up like a train conductor. He should if he goes on that simulator. Hey, Bama Nola, thanks for coming in. So yeah, so they're going to have a few things different. So because the mason jar is not on any of the other Oasis ships except for Wonder. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's that expensive. They have like chicken sandwiches, blue crab beignets, fried green tomatoes. So it doesn't look. It says brunch is around $25, which isn't bad.
That's not bad.
I don't think. And so they're also still going to have their boardwalk like they do on the Oasis class, where they have the boardwalk on one side and the other side is the Central Park. So they haven't said much about the atrium or anything like that. So they will have 2 deck kids playgrounds. So it looks like they're gonna have 2 kids areas, which will be nice. Most of them usually only have 1. So I don't know.
They're
You
still
gotta
going to
get
have
at
the
it.
ice skating rink, and
Yeah, they're
they're
still
having
gonna do the
2
skating
rock
rink.
climbing walls.
Yeah, so what they do for the skating rink is they have a ice show that they do, and during the day what they do is they keep all the ice there, right? So they open it up for open skate, and it's no charge, where you could go in there and go ice skating if you want during the day, which is nice. So a lot of cruise ships you don't get that option, and it's free. I mean, it's complimentary. Hey, Cruise Nuts, thanks for coming in. All ships have major jars. Or Mason, yeah. Fearless, thanks for coming in. And let us know if you book Helen. We'd love to see you there. So yeah, so it's gonna have the ice skating. It's also gonna do the aqua theater. So that's one of the best shows that I've seen on the Oasis class is the aqua show. So they really go all out for the aqua show, but you got to get there early unless you have a room, because they have some rooms that have balconies that face where that aqua show is. So that's kind of cool too.
Unless you want to sleep, because I hear they're pretty loud during the show.
Yeah, it's loud, but I mean the shows are pretty early. They're like at 8 at night, unless you go to bed like early. Hey,
Wow.
Widow. Um, they haven't announced if they're doing any type of well, I guess they are doing Broadway, but it doesn't say what the actual show is. I know Icon is doing Wizard of Oz. So I don't know what the actual show is going to be on Utopia, but I'd imagine they're still, because all the Oasis class, they do have a Broadway. Like, even I don't even think it's just Oasis, because Independence of the Seas is an Oasis, and they had Grease, so we saw Grease on Oasis on Independence. So they all have their own. I think there's Cats on one of the other ships. So they all have their own little Broadway show, which are really good, and those are included as well. Looking to see what else it says. They do have a comedy club. They have an escape room on this, which I've never done on a cruise ship. I don't know if you have. Have you done an escape
No,
room?
I have not.
I've done one on land. I've never done one on a ship, but they do have that on this ship. So you could do that if you wanted to.
I've never even done one on land. I want to. I want to do one, but we haven't even done one yet.
I got a little claustrophobic.
Well,
They
see,
lock you
I
in.
I can get claustrophobic. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, they actually lock you in a room.
Yeah.
They have an art gallery. They have a carousel, which that's free. It's included. They have the spa, like, your normal ships. And then they have, your adult area. And then they have rock climbing walls. And so that is also included. They have certain times where you could go do rock climbing.
They also have the zip line.
They have the zip line. And so Oasis class, they don't charge you, or at least as of right now, they don't charge you on that. But I don't know going forward what they're going to do, because I think Icon, don't they charge you now for the zip line?
I had heard that they do. I had heard that they were, they're starting to do that.
So Rafi says he's done the escape room on navigation. Oh, okay. Was it free? Because it doesn't say if they charge you for that or not. Hey, Controversial, thanks for coming in. So they still have their sports court with volleyball, soccer, tennis, and all of that stuff. They're going to have mini golf. That's usually included as well. So you don't have to pay extra for that. And then I'm just looking, and they do have the kids club for the kids, if you want to put them in the kids club. I'm just looking to see what else that's unique that they have. I think that's it. Scrolling down. They have the Flight Dare to Dream Royal Theater, which is going to be a flying featuring 3D video and automation technologies. Oh, they're going to have Hairspray. It says Hairspray is going to be the Broadway on this cruise. I've never seen Hairspray. So I don't know. So do you want to talk about the group cruise?
We
And
can.
real quick before we do that, Danny D, can you do me a favor if you're still in here? Can you see if I can't speak. Moonlight Adventures. See if they are going live tonight at 7. Because if they are,
They
I want
are.
to. They are okay.
Yeah, I saw the I got the notification. I believe they are going live.
So if they are, Danny D, can you drop their link and I'll pin it to the top while Bruce talks about the group cruise. And thanks for coming in, Cruise Vet.
All right. Well, we do. We have a group cruise, actually 2 group cruises, but you can make it one by doing a back-to-back. The first leg is on September 13th of 2024, and that is a 3-day, and it's going to Coco Cay and also Nassau. And then when you get back on September 16th, it's going.
Hold on right there, though. So if you don't want to miss a lot of work time, that is a Friday to a Monday. So technically, you're only missing 2 days of work, or
if you work 4 10s, you're only missing 1 day.
Right. Correct.
So,
but I just want to emphasize that's the weekend one. So it falls 2 of those days are over the weekend.
Yep. And then on the 16th, it goes. The Utopia goes back out, and it's a 4-day. And again, it's doing Nassau and Coco Cay, and then you are also getting a sea day before heading back into Port Canaveral. So it's going to be an awesome cruise with Clock Family Adventures. There's a few other creators on there that have already booked or are looking to book, like Warmstrom Adventures, Destinations Fun, obviously Clock, Controversial Cruising's looking at booking it. So we've got a few creators on there.
I think Cruise Vet is on there too, isn't he?
And Cruise Vet. No, Mike hasn't booked it yet.
Oh, I thought he did. Sorry.
I was just looking at the whole thing. So, but right now we have 14 cabins that are booked on the 13th, and we have 6 that are booked on the second leg on the 16th. So, and some of those are ones that are doing back to back.
So if you're interested, please reach out to Bruce.
Yep. You can get a hold of me at bruce@oceanoceantravel.com, and that's the number 2. And we can get you rates. The rates have gone up a little bit. The 13th is still pretty reasonable. We have ocean view. We don't have any interiors right now, but we do have ocean view cabins that they are 400 and I think it's 480 per person, something like that. They're pretty reasonable for an ocean view cabin. So, and then the 16th, those are higher up, but just get a hold of me. Let me know what you're looking for, and I can get you a quote.
Yeah, we would love to have you guys. And then we also, when we get back, well, not when we get back, when Embarkation Nation and Clock and all of them get back, because they're doing the back-to-back, we're going to do Disney for a couple of days. So that's, you can, because this is out of Port Canaveral. So it's right near Disney. So if you want to hop on that bandwagon, you're more than welcome. And also, I believe the shows are on there. Shows special features. That's their channel. They're on
The shows are on there. Yes, I couldn't remember what their YouTube channel was, and Embarkation Nation is going to be on there. Yeah,
and
so
maybe Darian and maybe Rafi, because I've been talking to them about it. So you might have some other people on there. But
nice.
and there's another person who's really interested, but I don't want to.
Well, I've got right now. I've got two other people that look like they're going to be booking the first leg here in the next couple of days, hopefully. So the 13th is definitely going to be a great group. Well, both of them are, but
Didn't
right now there's more cabins booked on the 13th and the 16th.
didn't M&T book it? M&T Living and Cooking. I know they were talking about it. I don't know if they actually.
They might have. Sometimes I can't place the names necessarily with the channels, so they
Okay.
might be on it.
And I have some friends that have booked it as well. So
Yes, you
I have a
have.
pretty big group on there.
Yep.
So Josh has canceled their live stream tonight. Okay, thanks so much.
Oh,
for letting
okay.
us know that. Embarkation Nation says they will be there.
Yep.
Warmstrong, I get to cruise with Destination Fun and Embarkation Nation, a dream come true. Yep, it is. Bruce, we gotta figure out a way to get you on this cruise.
You know, if our biggest thing is the flights
Right.
out of everything. I mean, we're flying all the way across the country, and so that's the biggest. That really is the biggest thing. And when we have to, and we've got our July cruise, and so it's just with the flights and everything, and then we also have to work around Cindy's work schedule too. So
And you have
this
October.
one just is not going to work out, unfortunately.
Well, we'll have to FaceTime you so you can feel like you're there with us.
Absolutely, you guys can FaceTime me, and we can at least live through you guys on this.
But I'll get to meet you in Helen.
What's that?
I'll get to meet you in Helen at least.
You will, and I'm trying to get you on some other cruises that we have going on too. So hopefully. But yeah, but this back to back is going to be fantastic. And if you can't do the back to back, at least get on one of them. This is a beautiful ship, and it's only going to be a couple months old cruising wise when you get on it. So you're still going to smell the paint. You're still going to, it's going to be fantastic. Everything's going to look brand new. Just, it's going to be fantastic. So you do want to get on this beautiful, beautiful ship. Royal really, they have a great design team that designs their ships, and you definitely want to get on this one.
I love Royal. I will have to say that their food options on Oasis class are amazing. So I'm excited to try these newer restaurants that they have on there that I haven't tried. So wait a minute. Angela's saying I might be able to do the second half, Sherry, along with Disney. Oh, okay. You'll have to let me know. I know the first half, she didn't know about this till right before the show because I was talking to her about it. And then she realized I got her all geared up for it, but then she realized she had something already going on that week. But if the second half works, come on. Bruce definitely can live through you guys. Yeah. Need to go on the ABC's group cruise, Sherry. Oh, that's the Horizon one.
2026. Yep. And we're going to talk about not this live, but definitely something to talk about.
I'll have to maybe I got to get through 2025. So we're looking into Norway right now for 2025. So that's my main booking for 2025. And once I get that all organized, then I can start thinking about the rest of 2025 and 2026. Cruise vet, the sheets will still be stiff. Yeah.
It will be. It's going to be fantastic. You know, I was living vicariously through everyone that was on the Jubilee. I'll be able to do that. You know, the clocks are getting ready to go on the Icon. So jealous on that one too.
I know. So, Angela, if you do book this and you do Disney, or even if you don't book it yet and you're thinking of doing Disney, I would book the hotel at Disney like ASAP. It is refundable right now till September 15th because that rate is not going to last. They will book up quickly. So it was 168 a night on Disney property, which is unheard of. So you could hold it is what I would do. Even if you're unsure about the cruise, at least you have it in case you do go that route. That's my opinion.
Well, I'm going to put this out there since you're talking. So on the 2026 group cruise on the horizon, the ABCs, if you pay $50 down per cabin, that doesn't put you in cabin, but saves you a spot, and it is fully refundable. So if you end up can't doing it, you get it back. Just saying.
Maybe.
Just saying.
I don't know. I got to look into the rate because I was actually just looking at the Ascent for this year, which goes to those islands. So I'm kind of.
Well, that doesn't mean you only have to. You only go to islands once, though. Come on. How many times have you been to? How many times have you been to Nassau? How many times have you been to Cozumel?
I have. Listen to you, salesman. Maybe I might. My friend is going to be on the Icon. I definitely will hear all about it. Oh, it'll be all over the place. Actually, the Icon has 2 sailings before the inaugural sailing. So you'll probably start seeing stuff in like a day or 2 on Icon starting to roll out. Because I think their first test cruise is tomorrow or the next day. I think they had to push it because of the weather, because they wanted to do like a big party or something. So you'll probably start seeing a lot of Icon stuff within the next few days because they're doing 2 sailings before the it is the Disney All-Star Movie Resort. So look that one up. And I booked a room that Friday and Saturday, the 20th and 21st of September. We leave on the Dream on the 27th of this month. So exciting. I wish I was going on it.
I love the Dream. The Dream is such a nice ship.
I've never been on it. Will G, and you won't be with us. Who's all on that? Real quick, and then who's all on this?
On the ABCs? So SCT Adventures is on there. We are on there. The Clocks will be on there. See Me Traveling will be on there. Marjorie, who's in the chat, I believe she booked that one. I think. I can't remember now, but I think she did. And then you got me on the spot. Will G's on there. And Rob from Cruising Around the High Seas will be on there. The Moonlight Adventures will be on there. So we have 9 cabins booked right now, and it's still 2 years out. Or 9 bookings. Well, some of them have only done the $50, but those will be coming to full bookings. So we've got 9 so far, and
it's over 2 years away. So
yeah. So but now is the best time to do it because it gives you almost 2 years to pay it off. So it now would be it's April 11th of 2026, and so it's going to be a fantastic cruise.
Well, we're going to hear a lot about it. Yep. So Darian, you need to get out of this chat tonight and go call Bruce and book this Utopia, and everybody else needs to do the same and follow suit. But if you have any questions on the Utopia and you want to put them in the chat, go on and do that while Bruce talks about his show that he has tonight at 9:00.
All right. Oh, we are excited. So we have some special, awesome people on our show tonight. We have Embarkation Nation, Cruise Vet Adventures, and Warmstrong Adventures are going to be joining us on our live tonight, and we are going to be talking about the Jubilee, what the experience like, talk about embarkation day, talking about seeing that beautiful ship for the first time, and just everything about that ship, the food, the entertainment. We're going to be talking about debarkation because Carnival is changing how they're doing debarkation, and the Jubilee was the test ship for it. So we're going to be talking about all that tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Western Pacific.
So we need to tune in. Have you been on an Excel ship yet, Bruce?
I have not. We are going to be on the Jubilee in July, and that will be our first Excel ship, and we cannot wait.
I want to hear, maybe Warmstrong will do a show. I want to hear the differences between someone that's been on all three of them, right?
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm going to have him talk about tonight is that what he saw, because I definitely hear from people that's been on multiple of them that there are some differences, and so probably just subtle ones, not major changes, but but we'll find out tonight more.
So everybody tune in to that, and then everybody make sure that you reach out to Ocean if you want to get on this Utopia group cruise. Again, the dates are September 13th to the 16th, and then
16th to the 20th.
16th to the 20th, and it is out of Port Canaveral. So,
yes.
And also if and I don't know if everybody in this chat knows this, but they have started Brightline down in Tampa. So you are not Tampa. Sorry, I wish it was Tampa. The East Coast in Orlando. So let's just say you're pricing out some prices for flights, and Orlando is way too expensive. You should look into Fort Lauderdale and jumping on the Brightline train, because there might be cheaper than flying into Orlando, or vice versa. If you're flying out of Fort Lauderdale or cruising out of Fort Lauderdale, it might be cheaper to fly into Orlando and jump on the Brightline. So it goes to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando. So
aren't they going to be bringing it to Tampa though?
They're talking about it. They've been talking about it for a while. So hopefully they start getting on the ball with that, because that will also help the traffic on I-4 to get to Disney is just crazy right now. So that will help alleviate a lot of traffic too. Or even like you cruise out of Fort Lauderdale, you want to go to Disney, you don't really need to rent a car. You can just jump on the Brightline and it takes you right up to Orlando, and you can get to Disney. So you don't even really need to rent a car. So Tanny D is going to put you on. Cool. So yeah, so that's an option now, is the Brightline. So, and if you rent a car, I think you can park at Brightline. They have parking there. I don't know how much it is, but that's an option too. So there's other options out there and also from Miami to Fort Lauderdale, right? You fly into Fort Lauderdale, it might be cheaper than flying into Miami, and you can hop on. And I believe that Brightline drops you right by the port in Miami. So anyhow, but I want to thank everybody so much for coming in tonight, and let's go check Bruce out at 9:00. And everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.